Hi guys, welcome to class. In this session we are going to learn some Cockney rhyming slang. I've mentioned this before in previous sessions and I'm sure some of you are aware already of what this is, but it's a dialect in the east of London. It's kind of developed into it developed into a language. Now it's not so used by younger people, but it's still used in parts by the Cockney people, yes, the people from the east of London. We are going to learn this dialect and these words together. It's going to be an A to Z kind of thing. And it's worth noting I can't speak this dialect, okay? So I don't know these words myself. I've heard them and I know what they mean now, but I'll be learning them with you, yeah? So it should be quite interesting. Yeah, so it's a very, very unusual dialect. It'll be interesting to hear if you've got something similar in your countries, okay? So that's going to be the aim. But Baimal is here. How are you today, Baimal?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Good to speak with you again.
Okay, thank you. Nice to meet you again.
Okay, do you know what Cockney is? If I say this word to you, Cockney rhyming, well, this term, Cockney rhyming slang, do you know what this means?
That is something I have heard, but I can't say exactly what is that. But Cockney language, I have heard about Cockney language. Cockney language.
So it's familiar to you. It's familiar to you.
It is a dialect.
So it's a dialect in London, yes? It's a dialect in London. Can you give us some examples of Cockney that you may have heard? Fatih, I can hear some background noise. I'll just wait a minute. Okay, so Baimal, have you got some examples of some Cockney slang that you know?
No, I don't know.
No worries. Okay, that's what we're going to learn today, yeah? So don't worry, that's what we're going to learn today. Okay, we have Bashar. Bashar, can you hear us? Bashar, okay. Check your microphone settings, guys, and make sure in the top right-hand corner that you're not on mute, okay? Bashar, can you hear us? Okay, in that case, we'll come back to you. We have got Yassine back again. How are you, Yassine?
Thank you very much.
Perfect. Good to speak with you again, Yassine. Yeah. So we spoke earlier. Good to speak with you again. We have Abdul. Abdul. Okay. Do you know any Cockney? We wait for it to load with Abdul. But Fatih.
Yeah,
Fatih.
So much background noise.
There is. Yeah. Today there's a lot of background noise. Guys, I'm going to mute some people. Don't be offended. I'm just going to try and see where it's coming from, okay? But Fatih, can you hear us? Okay, we can't hear you. So anyway, okay, so Abdul. Abdul, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Cool. Are you familiar with Cockney? Do you know what Cockney is?
No. I never heard about that.
Okay, this will be interesting for you. Yeah, so, okay. Who can explain what Cockney is? Has anyone heard of this cult? Well, it's part of the east of London. Yep, yes, please, Abdul.
Can you write in this word in the chat box, please?
The Cockney. It's very odd, yeah, so it's like a dialect, a kind of language in the east of London which uses English words, but to words that rhyme with each other. Yeah, so dog and bone in Cockney language is telephone. Yeah, so they talk in English, but in this kind of mixed up words which sound like another word. Yeah, so it's very, very interesting. So dog and bone, telephone, apples and pears mean stairs. Yeah, this kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Yuki. Yuki, can we hear you today?
Yeah, he is still eating noodles.
I was trying not to mention the noodles again, yeah? Yeah, okay. I think one day he's going to change the picture deliberately to something like fish and chips. Okay, so we have, who else is here? I think that's all of you. Pedro's back. in theory. Pedro, is it loading still? Okay, in that case, right, we're going to make a start. Cockney rhyming slang, I think Pedro may have an idea about this, yeah? So, Fatih, I could hear you. But, Bashar, can we hear you? Bashar? Okay, we can't hear you. Just check your settings. I'll share my screen very, very quickly so everyone can see. Okay. Those who I can't hear, click on this button if it's red, okay? If it's red, I can't hear you, yeah?
So, I checked in the dictionary and it says someone born within the sound of Bow Bells in London.
Yeah. Okay. Officially, this is the technical definition. There's a church in London, and if you live somewhere where you can hear the bells, if the bells go off, if you can hear these bells, you are a Cockney person. Yeah, if you can't hear the bells, you're not Cockney from this particular church. So it's a particular area of London, and this is the official definition. They have their own kind of culture, their own kind of attitude. Also, this slang, they're really like that. They talk a bit like that. Yeah, they're a bit. The taxi driver. There's still loads of most of the taxi drivers in London are Cockney people. They talk like this. Like I gave this story before in Birmingham, so if you've seen this before, don't worry. I asked a taxi driver how to get to Downing Street, where the Prime Minister lives. He goes, "Oh, lift your nose up and smell the bullshit." Yes, they're very very like that. Yeah, talk a bit like that. They have their own words and things.
Hello.
Okay, so Fatih, I can hear you now.
Yeah, yes.
Good to speak with you again, Fatih. Good to speak with you.
Did you hear me now?
Yep, sure. Good to speak with you.
I repaired my microphone.
No worries. Okay,
Yeah.
so Fatih, have you heard of Cockney? Do you know what Cockney is?
No, I don't know Cockney.
Okay, so it's a dialect. It's a part of east. It's in the east of London. They speak very, very differently. Yeah, so they use different words and things like that. So we're going to learn this dialect. We're going to learn this slang today because it's quite interesting. It's quite fun. But we'll see. But Begona, can you hear us? Perfect.
Yes, I
Now
can.
we can hear you. Okay, nice to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from Spain.
From Spain, yeah? Which part?
Valencia.
Valencia, cool. Okay, have you heard of Cockney?
I don't know what's the Cockney.
Okay, no worries. Okay, this should be interesting for you. Maybe you're not expecting this, yeah? As in, maybe you're not expecting this kind of language, but we'll see, okay? So, Yassine, have you heard of Cockney?
No, I have never heard.
Okay, cool. This will be even more interesting in that case. Pedro, you're back. Have you heard of Cockney?
I haven't heard, but I'm gonna guess it's like a cocky way of talking.
Actually, it is.
Like the
It is. Well, Cockney, they talk a bit like that, yes? They're all a bit like that, yeah? The Market Twain was talking
like the meme.
yeah. But it's not. Doesn't mean cocky, yeah? But Cockney is just this kind of culture, as Abdul said. There's a church in east of London, and the definition of a Cockney person is someone who lives within earshot of the bells. Meaning, if you live somewhere where if the bells rang, you can hear, you are a Cockney person. So it's difficult. There's no official border. It's just if you can hear the bells, then you are a Cockney person. If you live there.
Okay.
And you're born there, okay? So we're going to learn this dialect today. It's not official English, but yeah, it's English that's used in this part of London. And you may hear this if you visit. But see, there's some noise coming from you. I'm just going to mute your microphone, but unmute yourself when you want to speak, okay? Just to reduce the background noise. Okay.
And also, sir, I read a little bit more explanation about this word. So they said technically after 1945, nobody can be Cockney, because the bells were destroyed during World War II by Germany bombs.
Yeah, okay. So officially now, but we still refer to these kind of people, even if they're not from this part directly, if they have this kind of attitude, if they talk like this, as in they're a bit like that, they talk like rough, they're a bit like, yeah, then we'd refer to them as Cockney people. Have you ever seen EastEnders, Abdul? EastEnders.
EastEnders?
Maybe not. Has anyone heard of a TV show, a soap, called EastEnders?
No, 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 no.
No.
That's a good answer. That's a really good answer because you shouldn't watch this. Okay, so Pedro, have you heard of EastEnders?
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to show you a clip now on YouTube from EastEnders. I don't recommend you watching this, but it'll give you an idea of the kind of people we're talking about and who it is. So 1 second. Cat and... Wait. Let me find a clip first. It's going to be quite passing. Okay, so this is how they talk. They're not speaking in Cockney dialect, but you get an idea of the kind of attitude they have, as in how they speak with each other. So I'll send you this link in the YouTube app. Okay.
Okay.
Could everyone go to the YouTube app? In the left-hand side, there's a button. It says chat, then it says share your screen, capture, cameraman, then YouTube. Yeah, click on YouTube. Abdul's there, Yassine's there, Pedro's there. Is anyone else there? Okay. If I share my screen so you can see where to click. Could everyone please click here, yeah, on my screen if you can see. There's a button here. Here, YouTube. Yeah, can you see? So Yassine's there, Abdul's there, Pedro's there. Is Bimal there? Bimal, could you please click on this button? Okay. Peter, yes, Peter's joined. Peter will like this, I'm sure. In fact, I'm sure he knows some Cockney already. Okay, if you will go to the YouTube app, for those who are watching, and for those who cannot see this or whatever, I'm going to send it in the verbal chat, but please watch it in the YouTube app if possible. But Peter, can we hear you? Peter, can we hear you? Good to speak to you, Peter. We're talking about Cockney. Do you know any Cockney?
On the blower, is that Cockney? I think.
On the blower means what? Go up.
On the telephone.
On the blower? Not quite, yeah, because that's like an expression.
I know that from Minder.
Dog and bone, because it has to rhyme, yeah? The rule is that the words have to rhyme with what it is. Okay, so if you go to the YouTube app, Peter, can you see this? And we're going to watch a clip. They're not speaking in Cockney, they're talking like a Cockney person. Yeah, so they're not speaking with this dialect, they're just talking with the accent and the mannerisms. It's very rough, okay? So it's... Okay, do you understand? Not what is going on, but how they're talking, how they're interacting with each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so describe these people. What are they like? Pedro.
Cocky.
Mute for a minute while we're talking. Kind of rude, kind of like really tough, really strong people. And kind of manly. So the women are kind of like very manly. So yeah, they're usually very, very strong head in the head, and they're good salespeople and things like this. But these are particular Cockney people. It's a show called EastEnders. It's very well, it's been going on for ages. Every evening, I think there's a show. It's like a soap opera. So if you want to learn more about the Cockney culture, where they live, the houses they live in, stuff, the pub, it's set around a pub and things like this in the local community, then I'd watch this. But apart from that, don't watch it, please.
Title music is very good.
Yeah, do you know the music, guys? No, you wouldn't.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do
Oh,
it, Peter. Do it.
Can't sing. Sorry.
Okay, I'll show you quickly the introduction to this show because it's got Mapleland in it and the music is cool.
And it's long running, no? I think it's running for 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So 1 second. I'll play you this theme tune.
I usually watched I listened to the title music and then I switched off.
Yeah, that's it. The title music is good, but it's something that we had to learn at school, like on the piano. Yeah, we had to learn how to play the
tune is really nice. Yeah. And they have never changed it, no? I think it's still the original, no?
Yeah. It's usually okay. The characters change things like this, but the music has adapted a bit. But the theme tune is the same. So I'm going to add this now, so you can watch just the introduction, because the music is cool, really dramatic. Okay, have a look. Okay.
Where is it?
Not there. Wait. Okay, I've added it, but it's not working. Okay. Oh, okay. Got it. Maybe I have to put that on the end. I'm not sure. Okay. This one. Okay, did you hear the title music? Yeah, so that's a map of London and just representing where these people live. Yeah, so it's proper about East End culture and Cockney culture. Yeah, and that's what we're talking about today. But we're not really talking about the culture side of it. We're going to learn this dialect, unless you have questions about this. Yeah, so of course, when I thought about this class, I didn't because of course I know about this as such. I've heard about it, so I don't know what is interesting for you because. I don't know, yeah, so I've heard about it when I was a child and things like this, yeah, but do you have any specific questions? I mean, I'm not an expert, I'm not from this part, but do you have any questions on this a little bit? This kind of culture, what they do, what food they eat and stuff like this, or should we go straight with the dialect? I think we'll go straight to the dialect, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so they have a really, really cool dialect. I really like it. I want to learn it. But it's just too complicated. So I'm going to share my screen and send you the link. Oh, this is the wrong one. Yeah, no, this is the right one, sorry. Okay, so I'll send you the link and I'll share my screen as well so you can see. We're going to try and learn it. So it's going to be an A to Z. We're going to have several series Cockney classes, okay? So this won't be the only one, but so we're going to go from A to Z and try to eventually, hopefully, speak in this accent and this language, maybe not the accent, but using the words. And when you go to London, maybe this will be quite impressive if you go to the Cockney part. Okay, so
could you put it in the Google chat as well, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's have a look. I'm going to get each one to read one, and then we're going to practice using them. Okay. So Abdul, could you have a look at the first one, please?
Yeah, the first one is AIDS, AIDS.
There's AIDS, but that's the English word. That's what we say normally, and then the Cockney translation is on the right-hand side. Yeah.
So buckets and spades.
Buckets and spades. Ah, he's got buckets and spades. He's got AIDS. Yeah.
Wow, totally different word. So
yeah,
difficult.
Buckets and spades means AIDS. Yeah, because it rhymes. The whole thing rhymes. As you will see, so buckets and spades, AIDS. Then we'll select the ones that will be most useful to our lives. Yeah, maybe hopefully no one's got AIDS, so maybe you don't need to learn this one. But yeah, that's what it is. Buckets and spades means AIDS. Next one, okay? Try to speak like what you heard in the EastEnders as well. Pedro, could you please try to copy the EastEnders accent and read the next one?
All day drinking session, Gary player.
Gary player.
Gary player.
Oh, we pulled a Gary player. Means an all-dayer means you've drunk all day. You went to the pub at maybe midday and you didn't go home until 7 o'clock or something. Yeah, so a Gary player is an all-dayer. Means you're in the pub for a whole time. These names refer to people as well and refer to things, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, so I don't know who Gary player is, but Gary player is definitely someone. Should we find out? We'll find that out as well. See if it's related. Gary player is a golf person. Is a golf player. So I don't know if that links if he does this or something, but they refer to names, celebrities or whatever, but it means something else. Yeah. So you've done a Gary player.
Is a singer, no?
Gary player is a singer?
No, I mean Leo Sayer.
Not sure. Leo Sayers could be yeah, but it just rhymes. So it could be a singer. I'm not sure about him. But
does it mean he drinks all day? He's an all dayer.
Let's have a look. Leo Sayers. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know if it links directly. If it's from this, as in the people do this, or it's just because it rhymes. Leo Sayer rhymes with all dayer. Yeah, so they just chose a name that rhymed. Yeah, but you can choose. Which do you prefer the sound of so far, a Gary player or a Leo Sayer? I prefer Gary player.
I think Leo Sayer.
You think Leo Sayer?
Leo Sayer, yeah.
Leo Sayer, I think Gary player sounds cool. I did a Gary, or we pulled a Gary player, you can say. Yeah, so is this relevant? So, Pedro, have you ever pulled a Gary player?
Nope. I usually drink just socially, so no, I don't drink all day long.
Okay, Peter, have you ever pulled a Gary player or a Leo Sayer?
No, not really.
No, I haven't. Yeah, so in the daytime.
Could you say half a Leo Sayer?
Just a Leo, yeah, just a Leo. I pulled a Leo. What?
Without the Sayer.
Without the Sayer, yeah. So you're not playing on all. Yeah. Okay. So Abdul, a Leo Sayer or whatever it was, a Gary player.
Leo Sayer.
Leo Sayer, yeah. But have you ever pulled? Have you ever had a Gary player or a Leo Sayer? A Leo Sayer.
No.
No. And Yassine, which do you prefer the sound of?
Leo.
You're combining them, yeah. A Leo player, yeah. A Leo player.
Gary player, I think better.
Okay. Yeah. So. Okay, and that just means if you go to a pub, or it doesn't. I don't think it just means a pub, yeah. So all day drinking session. I don't know. An all dayer meaning we're all day at somewhere, usually at the pub. Maybe not drinking, but we pulled an all dayer. An all nighter, yeah, it's usually referred to as drinking. I'd say, yeah. But okay, an all nighter then, meaning you're drinking through the night and not through the day, is a jet fighter. We're going on a jet fighter. But if that's the thing, yeah, because if someone said this to you, I would understand a jet fighter. Are we really going on an actual jet fighter?
Yeah.
And that's why the dialect is difficult for outsiders to understand, because sometimes if they're speaking to you, they could be saying something that sounds like perfect English, but they're actually talking their dialect.
So what would you do to find out? Excuse me, are you a Cockney?
Yeah, I mean...
Before you actually start to talk, because otherwise the other person might think you are just crazy.
We're going on a jet fighter. No, thank you. I just want to see Big Ben. Yeah, so I don't know. But the thing is, I think to outsiders they don't use this. And when I go there, I hear it. For example, in the markets sometimes. Yeah, so in the markets I hear them using this kind of thing. But to outsiders, if they know you're not a Cockney person, they wouldn't usually use it unless they're really completely immersed in it.
So maybe just between people they know already, no, not with strangers.
Yeah, not with strangers, unless they hear, for example, if you as the customer go to a Cockney part and you start saying something, maybe they're speaking Cockney. But a lot of British people know some Cockney just because we find it fun. Yeah, we find it quite interesting, and we say some things like "our dog and bone." These are the only ones I know: dog and bone, apples and pears and stuff. We would say these just to sound cool, yeah, just because it's different. But now I'd say maybe, of course, it was a tradition, but now the younger people maybe don't speak like this as much. But it is cool, yeah. I think it should stay. But anyway, okay. So that's the first one, and a jet fighter is an all-nighter. Okay, next one. Alone has several ones. You can use Cockney. You're free to basically say anything that rhymes. Yeah,
But it doesn't even rhyme. Jack Jones alone. Where
Jack
does it
Jones.
rhyme?
Alone, Jack
Oh, my
Jones.
Jack Jones alone. Joan
Yeah.
rhymes with alone, but Jack Jones sort of rhymes.
Pat
Sort of.
Malone. That's okay for me, but Jack
Pat Malone.
Jones.
But I'm on my Jack Jones. That's something I would hear, and that's something I would actually say even if I wasn't Cockney. Yeah, so I'm a Jack Jones. All my what do we say? There's nothing. I'm a Jack Jones. Bob. There's one with Bob. I forgot. Yeah, so I'd say, oh, you've ditched me. I'm on my Jack Jones, meaning you said you'll come at this time, but I'm alone at this period. You're late, yeah? I'm on my Jack Jones. You ditched me.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, or Pat Malone or Toblerone, yeah?
Toblerone sounds nice.
Toblerone.
I've been sitting here for hours on my Tobler.
But you don't... That's another meaning,
Started to melt.
Yeah.
my Tobler, but it also sounds like something else. I've been sitting here for hours on my Tobler. You don't, and also you can shorten things. Yeah. So originally Toblerone alone, but you can say Tobler.
Yeah,
I
okay.
sit for hours on my Tobler.
My Toblerone.
Toblerone. Okay. Jack Jones, Pat Malone, or Toblerone? I'm going for Toblerone. Or
I'm going for
Toblerone.
Sounds
Toblerone.
nice.
I'm on my Tobler. I'm on my alone. I'm by myself. Yeah. On my Tobler. Or Todslone, that's okay. Wait, antiseptic, anti-American. Wait, I ain't is that Germaline?
Germaline, no?
Germaline.
Germaline.
Germaline, yeah, so I haven't heard this one, and it doesn't rhyme. Germaline. I ain't Germaline, but Bush gives me the raving amp. The raving amp. Do you know what this means? That's cool.
Nope.
The raving hump, meaning he annoys me so much he gives me the hump. To have a hump
Okay.
is like, he gives me a raving, like a major hump, but a raving hump.
Yep.
I ain't. They always say this, I ain't, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I ain't, I'm not. I ain't Germaline, I haven't heard that, but Bush gives me the raving hump.
Next one is good.
I
Just add me Jimi Hendrix taken out.
Yeah, that's cool. Jimi Hendrix appendix. Abdul, are you following so far?
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay, cool. And we've got Pong. How are you, Pong? Are you on your Jack Jones in your house? Okay, he's gone. Okay. Yassine, I don't want to scare people as they come in. We're talking like this, like what? My Jimi Hendrix? What? Okay,
I still have
so
my Jimi Hendrix.
Yassine, have you still got your Jimi Hendrix? Have you had your Jimi Hendrix taken out? Taken out, not taken out, but taken out. Have you still got your Jimi Hendrix taken out? Or no. Have you got? Sorry, Yasin.
No, I don't understand nothing up to now.
Okay, so Yasin, this is a dialect in London, and they use other words to mean something else, using words that kind of sound the same, but it's not the case with Germaline. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, but so Jimi Hendrix in Cockney language rhymes with appendix. So they say not appendix. Oh, maybe appendix is not clear. Yeah. So Pedro, what's an appendix?
It's a human organ at the end of the intestine.
I'll show you a picture.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is. I think. Yeah. So the appendix. Usually people get them taken out because they cause problems. Sorry. Appendix.
You're going to show a picture of an appendix?
Yes, can you see this?
See that.
Yeah, it's at the end of the the intestine.
I'm not going to
Oh.
show a real one, yeah, just a diagram.
Yeah, yeah. Well, show a real one. Different.
Oh, that's
There's their
disgusting.
picture. There.
Okay, so this is the appendix, yeah, this thing.
Okay, I got it.
Do you know? You see?
Okay, I got it.
Okay, but we don't say appendix, they say Jimi Hendrix. Do you know Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah, I know.
So
Isabel,
Jimi Hendrix,
one of favorite song.
guitar guy, yeah? So Jimi Hendrix in Cockney language is appendix. So on your vocab list, maybe put that, yeah? So appendix equals Jimi Hendrix in Cockney language. Okay, so Jimi Hendrix. Let's go back. And the H is never pronounced with Cockney, never pronounced the H's and always sound a bit like that, yeah? Everything's a bit like that, yeah? Apple, not apple, but apple. Apple.
And me
That-
instead of
And
my.
what?
no?
Sorry? And what?
Me instead of my.
Me, yeah. Like, have you heard of My Fair Lady? Peter,
Yeah.
definitely, I'm sure.
No.
My Fair Lady?
Well, I heard the title, but I don't really know what it's about.
No worries. Pedro, have you heard of My Fair Lady?
Is it a show? I don't know. My Fair Lady.
no,
is
It's
the
a
title,
musical, no?
It's a musical, and this would give a perfect
Yeah. Oh
example.
no,
yeah?
I don't
So-
know.
Okay, I'll try and play you something. 'Cause
Sorry guys, but it does not make any sense to me. So I will leave. Thank you
No
very
worries.
much.
Take care, Yasin.
Okay.
Take care.
See ya.
Take care. Okay, so oh, these are too long. So the rain in Spain in German. Oh, that's in German. Wait. My Fair Lady, show me. Okay, I'll have a look. Yeah, I'll have a look later for one. Yeah. So as we speak. Okay, so that's Jimi Hendrix. Let's go to the next one. Apple Sistine Chapel. So that Sistine looks Obi Trice. Obi Trice or Obi Trice, I guess, means what? Can you guess? Obi Trice? That Sistine looks Obi Trice.
Nice.
Nice, yeah. Obi Trice,
Oh.
nice.
But Obi?
I don't know what Obi is, or if it's Obi or Obi. I don't know how to pronounce this.
All nice?
No, it just means no. Obi Trice is one phrase to mean nice. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Usually, how it works is there could be 2 or 3 words which just mean one word.
But it should rhyme with the last word, usually.
With the last word, yeah, or the last sound.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix. Jimmy doesn't mean anything, but Hendrix means appendix. Rhymes with appendix. Yeah. So Jimi Hendrix. Obi Trice, nice. This is a U.S. American rapper, and songwriter. So Obi Trice is a rapper, an American rapper, who's probably nice. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah? So that Sistine Chapel rhymes. The chapel rhymes with apple. Yeah.
Yeah.
That Sistine looks Obi Trice. Or Obi Trice, I don't know. You can start to build it up then, yeah? So if you know the word for apple, you can say, describe the apple in this language. Okay? He's got one of his chalk farms in a sling. He's got one of his chalk farms in a sling.
One of his arms in a sling.
Do you know what a sling is?
Okay.
A sling is...
Well, if the arm's
Yeah,
broken,
sling
for
means,
example.
like to start something.
No, it's just this kind of thing. When you're injured, this is a baby sling, but usually when your arm is broken,
Oh yeah.
it'll go into
Okay.
this. Yeah, like this. This is a sling.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. Like
It's just a sling. It's
sling.
not a,
Yeah, it's
Cockney,
the-
a Cockney
No,
sling.
this is not Cockney. This is not Cockney, but a sling is just this thing. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they didn't change the word, but I'm sure there's one for a sling as well. Yeah, so
Well,
you can
perhaps
create your own
sting.
word. What?
Perhaps sting. And
Yeah, a
instead
bee
of
sting.
sling.
Yes. So let's use
Dog
bee.
arms in a sting.
Yeah.
Bee. Let's say bee sting in that case. So
Or bee
he's got
sting,
one
yeah.
of his chalk farms in a bee sting. Yes, that would work. That would work. It sounds good. In a bee sting. Yes, it's something like this. You wouldn't just say sting. You'd have to say like bee sting. Abdul, is it clear so far?
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to.
Okay, we're going to
No one will understand you after
It's
this
a
class
lot of
anymore.
information.
You're speaking all in cock English.
Cockney English. Okay, we're going to go over a couple of them. We're going to try and practice this, and also talk about if you have something like this in your country, which I don't know if it's unique. Peter, do you have something like this in Germany?
No.
So what can you say?
And I think you really have to understand Cockney, and as far as I know, I might be wrong, but I think I've read it somewhere. It used to be a kind of a secret language at one time.
Yeah. It's a way to keep them separate, yeah? So it's a secret. They know what they're talking about. You can talk about people in Cockney language.
It is a secret language.
Yeah, it is. It's effectively, it's using English, but in a way that no one understands, yeah? So you can work out the meaning a lot, yeah? So if I hear Cockney, if I'm like in the market, like I said, I can usually pick up what it's saying because you can get the context. But if you have no context, then it's difficult. Like, for example, Obi Trice, I didn't hear that, but I knew it meant nice. Yeah?
I bet I bet no outsider would understand this language.
Yeah, so it's quite interesting. So, guys, yeah, so Pedro's going to Birmingham, make a trip to London, learn some Cockney and try and impress them. But then if you use it, they'll reply back to you in Cockney and be like, what? Okay, so it's a bit different from Cornish. Yeah, we're talking about other languages in the UK, but this is still English, but weird. Okay, do you have this, Pedro, in your country? Something similar, not using rhyme, but something similar where they use the language but in a different way.
Yeah, not not in general for Brazilians, but the gay culture has a singular dialect they use, and it's just like that. It doesn't have the rhymes, but it has to do with the person. Like if a famous, I don't know, a famous person that stole something, then we use her name to say that the person is a thief.
Okay, yeah. So you have this kind of slang, yeah, to do with certain areas.
Yeah.
And stuff,
Yeah.
But so it is very similar in that regard, yeah. So where you use names,
it works. It works just like Cockney, because if I'm talking to another gay guy and I'm using these words, people won't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, yes. So it's some kind of secret language, and this is how it developed, I guess. Yeah. So just like this, they thought, right, okay, let's do something we can do, they can't. Yeah. And I think it's probably similar origin. It could be interesting. Okay, so an apple, Sistine Chapel is apple. He's got E's. Yeah, they never said H's, as I said. You always say E. Look at him. Yeah, look at him. Yeah, so you never pronounce the H's. That's the first rule. He's got one of his chalk farms in a sling. Yeah, it's all like that. Yeah, it's a bit like loose, a bit right. God, don't mean to. God, it's embarrassing. Okay, an army, daft and barmy. Yeah, barmy Peter knows very, very well now. And daft, you know daft?
I know the band Daft Punk.
Daft mean crazy, strange, unusual. Daft.
Okay.
Oh, you're very daft, yeah? Silly. An army, daft and barmy, yeah? So, he's joined, whatever joined is. What rhymes with joined? Let's create our own Cockney. What rhymes with joined?
Oh my god, I'm terrible with rhymes.
Abdul.
Point.
What rhymes with joined? What did you say, Peter?
Point.
Joined, point, joined, boined, joined, doined, point, coined, loined, no, loined, moined, noined, annoyed, no. Zoid. Okay, we can't do this. Man has just joined us. He's thinking, what the hell are you doing? Man, how are you? Are you there? Can't hear you just yet. But Man was in London. I want to ask him if he went to this part. Yeah, it's the Cockney part. Okay, we'll come back. Man, we can't hear you just yet. Okay, in any case. Okay,
Hello.
So... Hello, now we can hear you, yep. How are you, Man?
I'm fine, thank you.
Perfect, cool. Okay, we're talking about Cockney, okay? You went to London. Okay. Did you ever hear this in certain parts of London? Cockney. Like the way of talking, they talk a bit like that, yeah? Right. How you doing, mate?
Yeah.
Did you hear this kind of language?
Yeah,
This kind of
it was very difficult for me to understand them also.
Okay, now, so Man, we're learning some Cockneys, some words they use. And it's about accent, it's about culture, who they are, but we're going to talk about mainly the language, yeah? So we had some examples, man. So if you look at the link I sent you, I'll send it again. In fact, it's the last thing that was on Verbling chat, but if you look at my screen, you should see it as well. An apple, for example, in Cockney language is a Sistine Chapel. An apple. Oh. Sistine Chapel, apple. Arm is a chalk farm. Yeah, so he's got one of his chalk farms in a sling. He's got one of his arms in a sling. Yeah? Okay, I'm all alone. I'm on my Toblerone, yeah? Or on my Tobler. Alone, Toblerone. Yeah, do you see how it works? That's a what? That's a what? Okay, so army could be daft and barmy. So he joined the daft and barmy. It's quite offensive, actually, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's not
offensive
to mean
to
that
the army.
Okay, it's not to mean that it's not to mean that the people in the army are daft and barmy. It just rhymes with army. Yeah. So I think really these words have no relevance. Yeah. It's just completely different because if it did have relevance, it will be easy for outsiders to understand. Yeah. So if it linked directly, if you could find, because I've been sitting here on my Toblerone. Toblerone has no reference to alone. There's no connection there. But I think they're just words that rhymes, yeah? So he's joined the daft and barmy. If an outsider heard this, they'll think daft and barmy. Who's daft and barmy? We could say politicians or something
but
like
I
this.
see a connection with Toblerone, because it's the chocolate, right?
Yeah.
So if you're alone, you're sad,
Eating
you're eating
Toblerone.
chocolate. So I see the connection.
Okay, but I wouldn't usually sit on the Toblerone. I would probably eat it.
Sit on the Toblerone. Well, you know, there's lots of different people, yeah? So, Daft and Barmy Army, I guess because if you hear, he's joined the Daft and Barmy, you'll immediately think Daft and Barmy, what's that, as an outsider. And you wouldn't maybe link it to Army, yeah?
Yep.
Kate Carney, who's Kate Carney? Does anyone know?
Not at all, I mean, you can never link this with the Army.
Kate Carney, yeah, you definitely can't.
She's a singer.
Is she?
Yeah.
Kate Carney. Okay, why does she link to the army? Did she sing for the army? I don't know. Maybe I don't think there's any link. Okay, so Kate Carney, and then Mrs. Chant is aunt. So, can you please make the longest possible sentence you can using just these words we've talked about? As many Cockney words you can just from these words. Okay, so I'll give you time to think. Just look through the list and try to make one large sentence with as many as you can.
Okay. My Mrs. Chant gave me a Sistine Chapel and I ate it alone. Oh, sorry. I ate it on my Toblerone.
Okay, okay, yes, that's cool, but try to use as many as possible. So try to use all of them. Just go from the top.
Oh my god.
Top to bottom and make a story, okay? So let's try Peter first. Using aids to aunt in that order.
We're going on a jet fighter.
I love the intonation. We're going on a jet fighter. Meaning, good. Okay, so from aids, yes. So let's go from aids to aunt. Abdul, would you like to try? I'll let Peter think. Have a think. Maybe you need to think of this first. I want one person to do try to use all of the words, and then the rest of you to create some kind of interesting story in a mixed order. Okay. I'll try and think of it as well.
You mean like make a sentence with this words?
As many words as possible. Make us like a story. So after getting buckets and spades, he went on a Gary player, and afterwards, something like that. Yeah, so just try to use them. Yeah.
Okay, I will start from apple.
Okay. Yes, please. And
then the next person can follow another word. You know.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Actually, that's a better idea. Abdul. Creative.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So once a Sistine Chapel a day keeps the doctor away.
One cystine. The doctor. There's a translator actually as well. I've noticed. Okay. So on a different tab, I'm going to open the translator, and any words we don't know will translate to.
But the whole sentence should rhyme, as I understand it, not just a few
No,
words.
you can say just individual words. Yeah, just individual words. We've got a Cockney translator. Okay, Uncle Fred's your friendly Cockney translator. Who can just tell me what you were saying? Okay, Cockney. Okay, so you said an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Let's translate this. An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
System.
Blimey. Oh no, this is not. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Naf said, yeah. Okay, that's not the dialect. That's not the slang. That's just how they speak. So that's rubbish. Don't use that. Okay. So an apple a day, a Sistine Chapel a day, whatever day is, keeps the doctor away. Okay, perfect. Who would like to go to the next one? Man, try. Oh, Man's not there. Pedro, could you try?
Okay, sorry. What did he said?
A Sistine Chapel a day keeps the doctor away. And then link it to something. So to another one.
From all his patients with buckets and spades, he goes to the bar and plays and pulls the Gary player.
Pulls the Gary player. Pulls a Gary player. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, Peter. Then what happens to this guy? I'll play as well.
I'm all on me Todd, so I decided to go for a jet fighter.
An all-nighter. After spending all the time on the jet fighter, meeting a Gemaline chap, I break my chalk farm and get my Jimi Hendrix taken out at the same time as being in the hospital. Abdul, continue.
Okay. I just got job in Kate Kearney.
Oh, what was Kate Kearney again? I can't remember. Wait. Okay, Kearney Army. I've just got after getting my Jimi Hendrix taken out, I got a job with the Kate Kearney. Okay. Yes. Okay. So you got a job with the Kate Kearney. Could you continue? Who was it next? Peter, not Peter, but Pedro. Could you continue?
Yeah. So now the person is in Kate Kearney. Okay.
The person's in the Kate Kearney.
Yeah.
Or Daft and Barmy.
Daft and Barmy, whatever you like.
Exactly. Yeah.
Are they in the Kate Kearney?
I had my Jimi Hendrix taken out. Now I'm in the Daft and Barney.
Yeah, with a broken arm. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. So Pedro, he's in the Daft and Barmy or the Kate Kearney. Can we say anything else?
Yeah. Okay. At the Kate Kearney, I fight all the Germalonis. And yeah, the Germalonis. Okay. Okay, that's it.
Okay, yeah,
it's really hard.
Okay. Yeah, you're in the Daft and Barmy against the Gemelines, yeah, something like that. You could say.
Yeah.
Okay, then Peter.
Do we have to stick to A?
For now. If there's any more we can say, I think we've done all of them. I'd say the last one, and then he gets buckets and spades or something somehow. Yes, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so that's A. In fact, yeah, that's quite a lot. Which of those are your favourite? So which ones could you remember if you go to London? I would remember
for sure.
Jack Jones is good. That I would say is used even outside of Cockney land. Yeah, so Jack Jones on my Jack Jones. Yeah, that's used. Toblerone is also cool.
Yeah.
That one I didn't know, but I think that has to be the best one for alone. On my Tobler. on my Tobler.
Sistine Chapel.
Sistine Chapel. And Sistine Chapel, what is it again? So, what is
Apple.
Sistine Chapel? And let's, by the way,
Apple.
find
Apple.
you. Yeah, no, as in, what is Sistine Chapel? I don't know if it's a place.
I mean, look at
Yeah,
Sistine
it's a place.
Chapel and Apple. I mean, does it
It's a
make any
monument.
sense?
The Sistine Chapel.
Sistine.
Yeah.
A church.
From the Vatican, if I think, yeah, Italy.
Okay, the Sistine Chapel, Apple. Best known chapel of the Apostles. Okay.
Maybe
Oh,
it
the
looks a bit
place
like
where the
an
Pope lives, of course. Yeah, okay. So the Pope's house. Okay, so the Sistine Chapel, that's cool. What do you remember, Peter?
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi
Just
Hendrix.
said like Jimi.
Have you had your Jimi
Barbie.
Hendrix taken? I don't know what happened to Jimi Hendrix taken out.
Where do you work? I work in the Daphne Barmy.
Daft and Barmy, that's cool, yeah? So I work with the Daft and Barmy. Work in the Daft and Barmy. Okay, let's go to some more, yeah? So that was A. Let's go to B, because there's a lot of time. I don't want to overload you with too much, though. Just pick the ones that you think are useful. Don't learn all of them, of course.
Whoa,
The bar
there's a
lamp-
lot for back.
Sorry?
There's a lot for back. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like,
B. Oh, hell. Whoa. There's so many for B.
yeah. Oh
This
my
is
god.
like another language, yeah? So you can be fluent in this. Okay, bar lamb is tram. Bar lamb, tram. Bar lamb, tram, lamb, tram. That rhymes, yeah. Bar lamb. Why bar? Oh, because lambs go bar, yeah? So a bar lamb is a tram. So say this, Peter, about Bremen. You said Bremen is a village with a tram. Bremen is a village with a bar lamb.
With a bar.
A bar lamb. A bar lamb tram.
It's not funny.
A bar lamb. Don't you like bar lamb?
Bar lamb.
Bar lamb.
Tram.
A
Doesn't
babbling
it rhyme
brook.
to me? Bar lamb, tram, bar lamb.
Bar lamb. Lamb tram.
rhyme.
Lamb tram. A bar lamb. Oh, there's a lamb. There's a bar lamb. Babbling brook is a crook. Do you know what a crook is, guys? A crook.
Not sure.
A crook is someone who is like a scam artist, yeah? A crook.
Okay.
Someone who tries to steal
A
your-
criminal.
A criminal, a crook.
Kind of
yeah.
a criminal.
Abdul, do you say
Petty
this in America?
criminal, perhaps.
Crook.
Yeah,
Abdul,
I understand.
Okay, so a crook is like, but do you say this in America? Have you heard it?
Oh, yeah, a lot.
Oh, crook. Oh, he's a crook.
Yeah.
Politicians, yeah? They usually say this. Oh, he's a crook.
Brook.
Yeah. Okay, so crook, and that's what's it? Babbling brook is a crook. The babbling brook went on the no, the escape vehicle was the bar lamb. The escape vehicle of the babbling brook was the bar lamb. Something like that. Babe Ruth, the Babe Ruth. Ain't that the babe? Ain't that the babe? Meaning, ain't that the truth? I guess that's cool. Ain't that the babe? And Bacardi Breezer. Do you know what Bacardi Breezers are? Yes, it's an alcohol. It's like Alco
Yep.
Pops. Bacardi Breezer. This is a really modern one, then I take it. This is Bacardi Breezer.
Just stick it in the Bacardi.
I'll just stick it in the Bacardi, yeah? So in the freezer. That links though. Bacardi Breezer you put in the freezer. No, you don't. You put it in the fridge. So it doesn't link. I'll just stick it in the Bacardi. All right, me old Bacardi. Ah, you can also say Bacardi Breezer to mean geezer. Geezer is really Cockney. Are you right, geezer? Geezer. Pedro, do you have an idea?
Yeah.
Do you know what geezer means?
No.
Peter? McGeezer?
Yeah, well, geezer, right. Tricky to explain.
Geezer. It's like a lad, yeah? A really cocky guy. A geezer. But you say it's a friendly expression, yeah? But it means someone who's really like
a bit
cocky.
strange, a
Bit-
bit funny, no? That direction.
Okay, I got some questions though.
Okay.
Like, they use throat for Babe Ruth, So what they use for throat?
What do they use for third, did you say?
No, throat.
Thought. When they think.
Yeah.
When they think. That's a thought. That's an interesting thought. Yeah. So if, for example, you've been brought up with this, they would of course speak proper English. Yeah. When I say proper English, I mean English, but with this accent, this kind of like that accent. Yeah.
So okay, so how will the other person know that now he's using right English or Cockney English?
And that's the point, because a lot of people from this part maybe have bad written English, yeah, because the way they speak, and lots of people in the UK with a dialect or something have bad written English because the way they speak is differently from how they write, yeah. So there's a mistake people I know make because we say of, for like, I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have done that, not I wouldn't have done that, and because we hear of, we think that's of, yeah, and I read that a hell of a lot, yeah, so on Facebook and things, even amongst educated people, just because they're writing very, very quickly, not because they don't know, but because they're writing very quickly and they write, I wouldn't have done that, yeah. So I don't know, I think this is a problem also with the people who are brought up in the home where their mother and father are always speaking like this, that when they write, maybe it's difficult, because me, for example, yeah, when they're really young, they don't hear my, they hear me, so they could write me. Yeah.
Yeah, in the same way, like what kind of word they use for the real freezer?
Picardy. Yeah. So this one, it would be, yeah. I don't know if children would be taught this. Like what?
And look at the bacon and eggs. They use legs words. So what word they use for the real legs?
Yeah. The thing is, ultimately, at school, their teachers wouldn't speak in this dialect. They would speak in proper English, hopefully. At school, and they'll be immersed in both, yeah. So they'll hear normal English, and also they'll hear this at home, maybe, and with the family friends.
But just think like that, sir. Like, let's say if I'm talking to a Cockney person, you know,
yeah,
and you know, let's say if I'm trying to tell him that, you know, I have pain in my legs.
Yeah.
If
they're thinking legs rhymes with pegs, so you got pain with your pegs or something.
An eggs on there.
Yeah, you know, it could get really confusing. It's about context as well. Like you see, there's no one translation for lots of these. Yeah, so it's about context, and there are lots of common ones. So Jack Jones, I've heard several times, even among non-Cockney people. So there's some common ones that people know, but it can get quite awkward, I guess. Yeah, if they're using other words, you want to say leg, and then you say peg, and then they think that could mean, yeah.
But Martin, have you ever listened to a real Cockney? Would they actually use one sentence after the other in Cockney, or would they maybe just use it in between?
They would use it for, yeah, they would use, it's not like everything is Cockney, because that would get so confusing, yeah, but they use it, so I've heard, for example, in the markets and stuff, that when the customer's talking, that they use it a lot, yeah, so, well, not exactly what this was, but, my husband's not at home, my husband's not at home, I'm with Jack Jones, yeah, they talk like this, like a story, but they wouldn't say every single thing in Cockney. I think that would get too much, but it'd be interesting, actually, yeah, so to ask
and look at that. Bacon rind, mind. Bacon rind, blind.
Bacon rind, mind. Bacon rind, mind.
Blind.
You're off your bacon. We say this a lot, yeah? So you're off your bacon. Meaning, I've heard this, but I didn't know it was Cockney. You're off your bacon. Meaning, you crazy? Yeah? Are you crazy? You're off your bacon? But it's Cockney, yeah? So I've heard that a lot. So we use some of it, but not, I wouldn't know if it's Cockney or something else.
And look at that. Does it make any sense? Bacon sarine.
Bacon sarni. Pakistani.
Sarni and Pakistani.
Bacon sarni. Sarni is a sandwich. We say sarni to mean sandwich. Yeah. So bacon sarni, Pakistani. Oh, that's bad.
Look at it. This is the name of the country.
Pakistani. Yeah. So a bacon sarn is Pakistan. I don't know. So a bag of fruit suit. Yeah. So things like this. Okay. So
bake for life.
Shop's owned by a bacon sarni. Yeah, you can say this, I guess.
Bake for life.
That's good.
Well, bag for life, wife. It's
yeah, bag for life, because we say.
Okay, that's my favorite now.
That's a good one. Bag for life, because you say you old bag, meaning you're an old. Have you heard this, Peter? You old bag.
Your old bag, but that is pretty negative, no?
Oh yeah, it's negative.
Old bag.
So bag for life, meaning a bag for life. My wife. Yeah, I like that one. That's kind of good. But bacon sardies.
If you are really interested in that, you should really watch Minder. Do you know Minder, Martin?
No, I haven't heard. Is it in Cockney?
Well, it's. I just read something on the internet. There is London slang and Cockney and Cockney rhyme. So they even distinct between rhyme and normal Cockney.
Got it. Yeah. So Minder is a British
just different words
about the criminal underworld. Okay, that looks interesting.
No?
Okay, well,
on Minder, on that series Minder, and I think it's they put it up on YouTube. The whole all the seasons, different seasons. You hear a lot of Cockney slang, like blower or so, no?
And things like this. By the way, I've still got your links. I'm going to watch them today because I've got free time today and tomorrow because I'm over the week I'm going back to the UK for a bit. So yeah, I'll still watch these series. I've still got them on my list and also this. But guys, great to speak to you. I've got to hang up on this now, but really good to speak to you and hopefully speak to you again. Yeah. So how can we say bye in Cockney? I don't know. But yeah, cool. Anyway, take care, guys. Speak to you soon.
See ya.
Thank you so much. Take care.